Feel the bass drum booming in the place and feel the trap beat pounding like a heartbeat. I like to wind it up, I like to throw it down. I can't play a beat and I don't mess around. I hit it really hard and then I knock them down. Do you hear me? Can you feel my sound? I like to wind it up, I like to throw it down. I can't play a beat and I don't mess around. I hit it really hard and then I knock them down. Do you hear me? Can you feel my sound? Do you hear me? Can you feel my sound? Do you hear me? Can you feel my sound? Do you hear me? Can you feel my sound? Do you hear me? Can you feel me? Feel the bass drum booming in your face and feel the trap beat drumming like a heartbeat. Feel the bass drum booming in the place and feel the trap beat drumming like a heartbeat. Feel the bass drum booming in your face and feel the trap beat drumming like a heartbeat. Feel the bass drum booming in the place and feel the trap beat drumming like a heartbeat. I like to wind it up, I like to throw it down. I can't play a beat and I don't mess around. I hit it really hard and then I knock them down. Do you hear me? Can you feel my sound? I like to wind it up, I like to throw it down. I can't play a beat and I don't mess around. I hit it really hard and then I knock them down.
Good morning.
Morning, everyone.
Man, that intro music was like off the chain.
I'm
I
feeling
liked
like we might have to like make that music stick around. That was some pretty good music.
Wait, my thing's all messed up here. One sec.
Morning, Mel. Morning, Tim.
Okay, I'm back. What's going on, everyone?
Sweet.
Yeah, that music was awesome. We got to do more music like that. It had words to it.
That was pretty good music, right? Everyone like that music better?
Comment if you liked it. It was hip hop. That's what it was labeled as, was hip hop.
It was hip hop, happy, upbeat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I put in no vocals, but it had vocals, but I kind of dug it.
I'm okay with the vocals. It works.
We can do that. Well, like the dance. We can do the dance moves and stuff.
Blake's gonna dance for everyone.
Was that dance that was popular? I don't know.
The floss? Is that what you were just trying to do?
The floss. That's what it is. The floss. There's that, and then there's the Carlton. We could do the Carlton.
Morning, Teresa, Curtis, Shannon. We've got a lot of people tuning in, so I say we just get the thing rolling.
Oh, okay. All right. That was cutting me off right there, wasn't it?
Sorry. Well, I don't want to waste people's time.
I know. All right. So let me get the solo thing here. There we go. All right, so resources. Each week we talk about this. We provide you with resources that you can go to get information when we are not live and on the air on social media. So you can go to weatherfordtx.gov. That's the mothership of information. You can watch council meetings, board and commission meetings, see agendas. You can get phone numbers of all of our departments, just all kinds of information that you can look up at weatherfordtx.gov. You can also look up all of our ordinances as well if you're bored maybe and want to look those up. I don't know. We also have our tourism website, experienceweatherford.com. That's a cool resource. That one has all things quality of life driven. So events that occur here in the city limits, business listings. So if you have a business, you can add your business for free. So it's a really cool tool. And we have some cool things coming for Experience Weatherford this year. Then, of course, we have economic development. That's chooseweatherford.com. And you can visit mainly if you're like a developer or a new business. ChooseWeatherford.com is a great resource for you if you're tuning in and you're looking at Weatherford. Go there. Then we have our downtown website, heritagesquareweatherford.com. So those are some great resources. And of course, as we always mention, we are on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and then we are on Nextdoor as well. And those are the handles at the bottom of the screen.
And ignore Blake, guys. It doesn't have to be just like a boring if you have nothing else to do. If you're wanting to be an informed citizen, check out all of these resources.
Man, you're feisty today.
I am.
Nicole.
I
You're
know.
like,
So
you-
I know, but you make it sound bad. But like when I come in and I'm in a good mood and everything, and Blake comes in all sassy, like, what do you guys expect? Like, it's like, you know.
Okay, if you're bored and you want to look up and be entertained, look up ordinances. There you go. Is that better? It can be fun.
Well, maybe they're just trying to be an informed citizen, or
Okay, there
maybe
you
they've
go.
had something come up
Okay.
that they're wanting to look up. I'm not making fun of the fact that you said if they're bored. It's you made it sound like if you have nothing else to do, you can go look up an ordinance. It's like if you're wanting to be informed, here's where you can find all of this plethora of information we have.
Every day I look up a new ordinance. It's just that, and we'll stop with that. How about that?
It's better.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So our My Weatherford app, we talk about this all the time. But honestly, not a ton of cities out there offer it. So you guys, it's a service we've put time and money and energy in. So shout out to our GIS team and Austin over in IT here with the city. But we've put a lot of effort in. It's your one-stop shop for all things Weatherford. You can pay bills. You can check out city ordinances. You can watch the live meetings. You can see where we always talk about the service requests in the city. So you can see other service requests in your area. So if you're not sure if something's already been turned into the city, you can see if it has been submitted. You can leave those requests anonymous. There's a ton of great things on this app. Guys, it's free. It's on the Apple Store, App Store, and then it's also on Google Play for Android. There's no reason not to have it if you live or work in the city.
Okay, so this is some cool information. This was announced yesterday with our Parks, Rec, and Special Events Department. As you all know, February is Black History Month, and this month you can schedule a free Mount Pleasant School walkthrough. So this is a great piece of history right here in the city limits of Weatherford, and it's a really a great building that was restored, and it's a city property now. And so outside of this month, you can always reserve Mount Pleasant for different types of meetings and things. But this month you can get a tour. And so not just for meetings, I think it's great to go tour the facility because it's history, and you can go experience history and learn some cool information about the community. So go schedule your walkthrough. You can contact the Parks Department to schedule that, and they can set you up.
Sweet. Yeah, you can see more on the Facebook page. And then our Experience Weatherford, Blake already talked about the website, but if you haven't, we also have a mobile app. So it takes our tourism run by us here at the city, and it puts it in the palm of your hand. So if you have people coming in from out of town, you can book and check rates at our local bed and breakfasts and our hotel here in town. So you can not only book, you can actually, or not only check rates, you can book, and you can filter out by amenities or what you're looking for in a place to stay in your lodging. So I think that's a really cool feature for our Experience Weatherford mobile app.
All right, so let's talk inclement weather. Go get your milk and bread.
A lot of people did last night.
They did.
I didn't get my groceries this weekend. Big mistake.
You know, I believe it when I see it. That's the type of person I am. So we live in Texas, so you never know what to expect. But we're going to talk about it and kind of give you all some housekeeping things, since we could have inclement weather. Let me put this on solo. There we go. You can see kind of that's from the Weather Service or the Weather Forecast Office. So that's kind of, you've probably all seen this on social media, and if you've been keeping up with the weather on television, on the news. But it does look like we might have some inclement weather. It's kind of shifted more towards the Dallas-Fort Worth area as well. At first, I thought that we might be able to miss this here in Weatherford, but it looks like they've kind of changed the prediction to be further east a little bit. So one thing that we want to talk about today is if there is inclement weather, what happens if there needs to be closures. So here at the City of Weatherford, now I'm only speaking for our organization at the City of Weatherford, what we will do is typically our police department, just kind of give you all a rundown of how we make a determination on a late start or a closing altogether. So typically our police department is out monitoring the roads for us, and then they talk directly with our city manager on the conditions. And so they look at all types of things. Number one, public safety, safety for employees to get to work as well. And so they take in the weather predictions throughout the day. So they take all those factors into play. If we have a closing, what will happen is me and Nicole will be notified from the city manager, at which point we will send out a Blackboard notification. That's the first thing that goes out. And I would like to show you all that really quickly. If I can drag this over. Is it showing up there, Nicole? Give me a second. We'll get it square here.
Nope. But you have to open it in front of your PowerPoint.
Okay, that's where I've got it right now.
Oh, you know what you did? You shared the application only. You didn't share screen.
All right, we'll do this. We'll figure it out.
Nope.
Where there's a will, there's a way, Nicole.
Hi, guys. You made me really big. Enjoy it for a second.
Here we go. Show and stream. There we go. Now we're rolling. All right. So what I would like to encourage all of you to do today, right now, you can do it while we're live on the air right now, or you can do it after the show. But go to weatherfordtx.gov. Remember that first website I was telling you about? And what you'll want to do is scroll to where it says Blackboard Connect. Click on that, and you will want to click this link right here that says Go to Blackboard Connect and register. Now you'll notice a login. So if you don't have an account, you'll click Sign Me Up. You'll fill all of this information out. You agree right here, and then you'll click Continue and set up your account. What that enables us to do is send you text messaging, email, and a voicemail. That way, if we have a closing, you'll be the first to know on your mobile device or your house phone or your inbox via email. So be sure to sign up right now, because that's what we use, number one, for emergency notifications. The second thing that we utilize is social media. So we'll be making a posting on all of our social media platforms. And then we will send out, if you're an employee and you're watching the show, we'll send an email out to your inbox as well. So those are the main things that we do. We also contact the local news networks in Dallas-Fort Worth. So 4, 5, 8, 6 for CBS. So we will contact them as well, and that little scroller at the bottom of your screen when you're watching television will say City of Weatherford. But nothing's been determined yet. Those determinations do not get made until the wee hours of the morning to determine if we need to have a delayed opening or a closure altogether. So just a couple of housekeeping things I wanted to go over real quick in case we do get inclement weather. But right now it's business as usual. We plan on being here tomorrow, and knock on wood, I'm hitting my desk, that we do not get bad inclement weather. All right, let me see if I can get this screen back up for you all.
And guys, I just posted the link that'll take you directly to where you either log in for Blackboard or where you can create a Blackboard login.
Here we go. All right, perfect.
You ready?
I'm making some adjustments here. There we go. All right.
Rumor control. Everyone be excited. No In-N-Out Burger this time, but this is our first rumor control of the show. So this is the point where I get to tell you that if there's a business you want to see come to town, the best thing you can do is let them know, whether you are reaching out to corporate or whether you are telling the mom and pop shop owner that you want them here in town, reaching out is the best thing you can do, then they can go to chooseweatherford.com and see why they should be here. We do believe every business should be here in town and helping improve that quality of life that all of our departments work so hard to improve for our residents. But again, no In-N-Out Burger at this time. We'd love to see them come here, but at this time, we don't have any paperwork or anything from them.
No In-N-Out.
Sad day.
I want to answer a question. Shannon Fisher, you asked, is this the same way you let us know about trash pickups and such? So if we have our Blackboard Connect system is only for emergencies only. So we used to use that system for any and everything, but really, we discovered that it was kind of like the boy that cried wolf. So people were kind of ignoring those. So we really have, in regard to just regular notices, we'll use social media, our website, those types of avenues. But Blackboard Connect is mainly just for emergency cases only. That way, when you get it, you know you need to be reading that. There's something going on. So in this case, if it's inclement weather, we consider that kind of an emergency about closures. And we typically, or we always let you know in that message if sanitation will be delayed or not, or canceled altogether. So in this case, yes, Shannon, we will let you know. But if something gets delayed for trash pickup, we typically use social media or our website.
And Shannon, I'll post a link. That way everyone can have access to it in the comments on like a reply on your comment. But the easiest way is to go to our holiday calendar that we update every year on our website. And that'll tell you whether or not there's going to be trash pickup. And if they're, like Blake said, if it changes due to inclement weather or something, we will update you guys on that via all of our social media.
All right, so economic development. This week, last week, we talked about, were we on the show last week, Nicole? Did we cancel last week?
No, last week was government and departments.
Okay, so we were. This week is economic development, so we switch it out each week. This week's economic development. So we have here in Weatherford what we call our primary trade area and our secondary trade area. Sorry, I'm looking at questions here. Melanie, I'll answer your question in just one moment. In regard to economic development, the primary trade area includes 190,000 people. Those individuals shop 3 to 5 times per week. And then our secondary trade area includes 360,000 people. They shop 1 to 2 times a week or a couple of times per month. So on a map, this is what it looks like. So this is that primary trade area with 190,000 people within that zone. And you can see that a lot of individuals come from all across North Texas to shop here in Weatherford. Now that secondary trade area is a little bit larger. So it goes down to Stephenville. The map, it kind of gets cut off, but it goes up to Graham, Texas as well. So it's a large area. A lot of people are coming here to shop. Now, one thing that to keep in mind is in regard to sales tax. So these individuals are not living in Weatherford, but they're coming here and participating in commerce. So they're paying sales tax, which helps our community with development and growth as well to move forward. So kind of neat to see on a map where people are coming from to shop here in Weatherford. So we are kind of a commerce hub, if you will, for North Texas in this area, and we are continuing to grow. One thing that we often get asked is why is Weatherford trying to become a Dallas-Fort Worth? So, and I say this every time we talk about economic development, don't I, Nicole?
You do.
In regard to economic development and growth, it's kind of a natural occurring thing. So as you all know, we're growing. People are moving this direction. We don't really control that. So as people move here, businesses move here too because they go where the money's at. It's just reality. So Weatherford's going to continue to grow. Texas in and of itself is one of the largest economic development areas in the country. A lot of people are moving from other states to North Texas because of our growth and our commerce. So we're going to keep growing, and as we grow, we'll have to prepare for that. We're doing the best we can to prepare for that growth. That way we have a bright future here in Weatherford. All right, I'm going to look at some questions over here real quick. See some comments. Is North Main ever going to be resurfaced? Driving it daily is awful right now. So Melanie, that is a text dot roadway. So TxDOT was planning to resurface that roadway, but before they did, we went in and replaced. We did a water line rehab project for wastewater and our water line. So we changed all of those out because of the weather and other types of situations at TxDOT. They've have waited to resurface that, but it is planned to happen very, very soon. I want to say, is it this month, Nicole? Correct me if I'm wrong. Or is it next month for the resurface of North Main?
They were hoping to actually start it this week, but with the weather, and so that weather, the rain and stuff has pushed back some of their other projects. So honestly, at this point, I did talk to the department that's over that project, and honestly, at this point, we're kind of just waiting to hear from TxDOT when they will pull the trigger and start. Could be this week, could be next week. It's all just kind of weather dependent at this point.
Yeah. And talking to our Transportation and Public Works Director, Manny Palacios, I learn new things every day, but the materials, it's all based on the temperature outside as well. So the temperature has to be just right for the materials to mix a certain way when they lay that new concrete or that new surface. So keep that in mind for why the delays are occurring. But TxDOT is trying to move as quickly as they can, but it is planned to be redone. It's not going to stay in that state. Trust me. All right. The trash often runs on holidays despite Facebook saying something different. That is correct, Clinton. So sometimes.
Yeah, I know we made a mistake last year, and it was that we didn't think there was going to be. So we told people there wasn't, and there was. But I think since then we've been really good. So the only 3 days that there aren't pickup this year and that we operated off of in 2019 was New Year's Day, Thanksgiving Day, and Christmas Day, including like the day after Thanksgiving, so Black Friday, and including the 24th, there was pickup. Last year, and there will be again this year.
Okay, I'm still going through the comment. Man, I love it. Everybody's asking questions today.
Right, we're getting some good questions.
I know, right? They're making us work today, Nicole. God, hey, that's good.
Right?
All right,
job security.
Tim, you asked rumor control. Did y'all confirm or deny Buc-ee's inking a new location near Honda of Weatherford? Complete rumor. Buc-ee's is not coming to Weatherford. We know that for a fact. They are not coming to Weatherford. So Buc-ee's is really focused on, they're doing a lot of growth towards the East Coast, and we know that they are really focused on that. They built a lot of Buc-ee's here in Texas, and so they are looking at moving towards the East Coast. They built a location in Georgia that's been very successful. So right now they're really not doing as much here in Texas. Not to say that they won't. I know they've got a couple of projects that are probably going on, maybe 1 or 2 I've heard of. But to clear all those rumors about Buc-ee's, there's been speculation for months, and some people saying, oh, they know the landowner, they're buying the land. They're not coming to Weatherford. So we do know that, and I can officially confirm, and we've been confirming it, Buc-ee's is not coming to Weatherford. All right. Any word
for Outback? I haven't heard anything of it. I do know that we have our permit and ongoing projects updates in a second, so that will talk about Texas Roadhouse, but I haven't. You know what? I'm going to shoot some messages over and see, because now we're having a lot more people comment about Outback.
All right, now let's see, what's the next question? Timetable to extend Kirkpatrick to Bethel Road. I am not sure on that one, but do you know, Nicole?
You know what? I talked to them about a month ago, and I know it was on the radar, but I didn't know the actual timeline. I know that they're working on some other projects in that same area, so I'll ask them as well at the same time.
We'll find out for you, Carl. Good question. All right, are we caught up? Okay. I think we're caught up. Cool. Keep asking questions. We love it. It's fun. And if we don't know, we'll find out. Oh, rumor control.
What?
There it is. Wait, let me pull this back up. I hit the wrong button. There we go. Rumor control. No Sam's Club. So we've talked about this in the past, and I will tell you that years and years ago, Costco did reach out to Weatherford, but they determined that they, at this time, were not planning to come to Weatherford. Now, that was years ago. Sam's Club has never reached out to Weatherford. So if you want Sam's Club, give them a call. Let them know that you're a citizen of Weatherford, or maybe you shop in Weatherford, and you would like for them to be here in Weatherford. So no Sam's Club. I wouldn't mind a Sam's Club or a Costco. Are you a member, Nicole?
So I piggyback off of my parents' Sam's, because why not if they're already paying for it? But I mean, I know that they deliver to houses. I'd love to see one of those two businesses out here. I think it would do wonders for us and the communities around us.
Yep. So, all right, Megan said, I heard new rumors about Costco. So, yeah, no Costco. Basically, years ago, Costco reached out to us, said they were interested. So when they came to look at available land, sorry, my email is getting in the way. When they came to look at available land, their business model is to build locations around existing shopping centers. And they really couldn't find suitable land that existed around our current shopping centers. So for them to come, it would require probably a whole new shopping center with available land around it. So the chances of Costco coming at this time are probably slim. But like I said, they did reach out to us, and that's why they chose not to. Sam's Club has not reached out to us. But that can always change.
I also heard back on Outback. No, I was correct. Texas Roadhouse, yes, but no word, no contact or anything from Outback.
Yeah.
And no Burger King, Justin. Sorry. I'm hitting him with all the questions as we're going. And I'll have an answer soon for the Kirkpatrick to Bethel Road question.
So these are certificate of occupancies that have been issued. Oh, your phone's ringing, Nicole. You better answer that.
Nope. Yep. He's replying a message. He's sending a message as he's calling. It's okay.
Okay.
That section, a future roadway, does not have a defined date yet. So we will let you guys know as soon as we know about that timetable.
All right. Cigar shop permit was completed at 110 Palo Pinto. That's a really cool, cool shop on the square. If you haven't been there, they have like one of the largest cigar humidors in the state of Texas, if not the region. But it's really, really cool. And so it looks like they did some remodeling in there. Polo's Cafe at 1213 Fort Worth Highway is open for business. Do you know what they serve there, Nicole?
I believe it was like Tex-Mex is what I heard. I've heard good things about it.
Okay.
Like really good things. And I can't remember if it was, I don't think it was authentic Mexican. I think it was more of a Tex-Mex vibe.
Okay. All right. I see lots of questions about growth. This slide will appeal to a lot of you because it really gives you a clear picture of what's happening in regard to economic development and businesses that you're asking about right now. So do you want to go down this list, Nicole, or do you want me to take over on this one?
No, I can go through part of it. I was just asking questions as you had it, so I was like, I'll let him do it.
Well, if you want to keep monitoring, you could keep monitoring, and I can talk about it if that works. Does that work?
Okay, yeah, I'll let you do that.
All right, so Beef Masters. Okay, I did get a chance to go to Beef Masters 2 weeks ago. We actually had, I'm going to do a shout out because I love shout outs to Stacy over at the county. We had lunch with her. She's fantastic. She's new from Parker County. She actually does what we do at the city, but for the county. So she's doing fantastic work over there with Judge Dean and every county official and employee over there. So shout out to Stacy. But we had a lunch meeting and we talked and had a good time. And Beef Masters was fantastic. I want to say the steak was great. I think I ate a 12-ounce steak that day, Nicole. Truth bomb.
I've had steak from there and I've had chicken, and they did an amazing job with both of them.
Yeah, it was good. All right, Blue Stripe Oil and Lube at 1515 South Main Street. They have a permit application was approved but not issued. Looks like our planning department is waiting on the person responsible for Blue Stripe Oil and Lube. CC's Pizza undergoing an interior remodel. Their permit was issued on December 10th. Grand Adventure. Now, we've talked about Grand Adventure for a while, and the last time I drove by, it looks kind of cool. A lot of dirt moving and things happening. That's at 2065 Tin Top Road. They were approved. That project's progressing. Permits were issued the first week in May, and they're still progressing with inspections as they build that site location. Hampton Inn and Suites at 864 East I-20. Permit application approved but not issued. They are waiting on Hampton Inn, it looks like, to get back with them at the planning office. Honeybee Hounds now open. So if you have been to Honeybee Hounds, you probably went to their location over off of Interstate 20, close to the shopping center, which includes Best Buy, Target, that area of Weatherford, close to Chick-fil-A. They have moved, and they are now located at 609 North Main Street. So go give them a visit. because they have moved. HTO, emails popping up again. So HTO, that's been a work in progress for a while at 1206 South Main. They're progressing with inspections. It kind of sat with just dirt work being done for a while, but I saw some construction men and women out there this past week, so it looks like they're starting to do more on that project. And I actually saw an article, I want to say it was one of the bigger news outlets in Dallas-Fort Worth about HTO. Nicole, I didn't know this, but I think they started in Lubbock. And so they've kind of turned into a chain, and they're building more in North Texas. Now, the article didn't mention Weatherford, but I knew that Weatherford's one of the locations. So it's kind of cool.
So it's interesting because they're actually a franchisee company too. So actually, I know from multiple people that I've talked to corporate that the franchise owner here is the one that has changed up construction companies, and that they kind of let each franchisee kind of put their own spin on it. So I think that might be what's slowing it up a little bit, is that it's not a giant corporation coming in like a Starbucks or a Walmart where they have the exact same plans for everything. So everything that's built while they have those plans is done the exact same way. I think he's able to customize it a little bit more.
So Megan Graham, hello Megan, she asked, what is HTO? So think of Dunkin' Donuts or coffee or Starbucks that serve all kinds of different coffees, but just convert that to tea. So it's HTO, and they offer different varieties of types of teas. And they say it's really, really good. So I'm anxious to check it out when they open up, because I love a good sweet tea.
Hey, Cheryl, I told you I'd check into the Kirby vacuum on South Main. We haven't had any applications for anything, but they did have someone who owns it who applied to get a clean and show, which means they're going to basically gut it and renovate it to be able to sell the property. So we'll let you guys know as soon as we know more on that too.
All right. Let's see here. Where were we at? Martin Drive Medical Center, 1713 Martin Drive. Permits not approved. Revisions are needed from them. So planning is waiting to hear back from them. McDonald's, looks like they're going to have an interior remodel, and their permit was approved, but it hasn't been issued yet. I know they changed the exterior many years ago over at McDonald's, so I'm anxious to see what they do on the inside now. Pastafina, their remodel is complete. They've been open with the remodel for quite a while. I'd say a couple months now, month to 2 months. Shep Scoreboard, I know a lot of people were excited about this. Now, locals John and Jen Shepard own Shep's, and they opened Shep's Scoreboard, formerly Vintage Grill. So now it's Shep's Scoreboard, and they've had a lot of success. I think a lot of people were going there, especially, I bet they were busy for Super Bowl. What do you think?
They were I drove by, they were packed, but they've also been packed most days and stuff. And I will say, I have only heard good things. I have not been there to try it yet, but I will at some point.
Awesome. All right. Someone asked about specs. Specs, they're still in the review process. They will be located at 106 Claiborne Avenue. Now, where is Claiborne? Where is Claiborne Avenue? That is over where the new KFC is located. So that will be next door to KFC and Aldi as well. Texas Roadhouse, they applied for a permit on 12/3. They're currently in plan review process. That was on December 3rd, it looks like, is when they applied for that permit. Walmart Deli is doing a remodel. Their permit was issued December 4th, 2019. So that's a rundown of the current projects that are taking place. Now, keep in mind, these are projects that have gone to our planning department, led by Mr. Caleb Kintner. So those are the projects that we know are moving forward or planning to move forward. As you all know, and we've talked about it, just like with, excuse me, just like with the questions in regard to Buc-ee's, we hear those rumors too, but it's never confirmed until they file something with our planning department. So keep that in mind. It's just part of how economic development kind of goes, and we don't really know until it hits our planning office. Now we hear the rumors as well, but nothing's certain until it actually goes to planning. And
we also try not to talk about it until it goes to planning and they've applied for permits, because with economic development, it can be a very delicate balance. So there's always going to be rumors, but B, you don't want to jeopardize a project coming to town until it's a little bit more solidified and there is paperwork on it.
So Texas Roadhouse, you all are asking where is that going? So where Kohl's is located in that parking lot in the middle, there's lots of parking there. So they are going to be building in that area. And as far as a timeline, right now they applied for the permit on December 3rd. So they're currently in plan review process. So it just kind of, we don't know an exact date yet of when they plan to open. Now, in regard to some buildings on the north side of Interstate 20, you have the old Taco Cabana location. As you all know, Taco Cabana closed. Now, that location is owned, whether it's a company or an individual, that building is owned by someone, but there's been nothing, we have not been notified of anything opening up in that location. So the building is still owned by someone or a business, but as far as we know, it's still just vacant. So there's no, we haven't even heard rumors about anything going in there. Applebee's is closed, same for them. We haven't been notified of anything going in there yet either. All right.
Sweet.
Adrian's asking what is going in beside First Financial Bank on North Main Street. Trying to think of that location. I'm thinking. I'm not sure. Do you know, Nicole?
No, and I was trying to think. I feel like I heard someone talk about a business that was looking in that, but I'm reaching out to the departments again for that. Okay. Our departments are super great about replying to questions. So we'll let you guys know as soon as I hear back.
Megan said, isn't downtown nutrition new too? Yes, that's my understanding. Now, sometimes they may not necessarily have to go through our planning department. So I know that they did recently open.
Yes. And we can share whatever our departments have to share.
Yep. Okay. Man, I love the questions. This is great. Awesome. Adrian said across from the Dollar General.
I am checking on that for you right now.
That would be South Main.
No. There's a Dollar General up north.
Oh, yes. Okay. I'm thinking of the other one. I'm not sure on that one. We're going to try to find out for you, Adrian. All right. Okay, other projects. So we've talked about this as well. We have our quarter cleanup, which is led by our code enforcement department. Go ahead, Nicole.
I was going to say, Jennifer just asked, did Popcorn Corner close? They are officially closed. I almost said not. I almost said at the end of the month. I don't remember if it's at the end of this month or if it was at the end of January, because I did run into some of their employees, and I was in there the other day to get stuff for Super Bowl. But yes, they did close. She's hoping to open up some other time. It's just she owned a store in Granbury, and there wasn't a lot of foot traffic there. And so she moved over here to hopefully and bought out the one that was existing here, hoping to get more foot traffic. So right now she is closed, but she is hoping to open back up at some point in a month or 2 or 3 back in our community.
Did we answer the question about the development behind Academy yet, Nicole?
Yes, it's apartments.
Okay, perfect. All right, so the corridor cleanup led by our code enforcement team, that's along North Main, South Main, 4th Highway, Palo Pinto. So basically just cleaning up those corridors since they're major gateways into our community. Of course, you all know we've done some things on South Main, close to Walmart with the medians over there to improve that area as well. So all of it is just more about building a strong community and making sure that everyone's in compliance with our ordinances. That way we can, make our community even more beautiful. So they are doing that project, and it's been very successful. And a lot of our businesses are working with our code enforcement team, and it's been a really good project for us. And it's going to continue into into the 2020 as well. All right.
And going back to what is going across the bank, we don't have anything. Our development and neighborhood services does not have anything on file right now, but I will continue to look into it as the week progresses and let you guys know on our next economic development update.
All right. So correct me. I hope I say this correct. Dianette, am I saying that right? Dianette Codler. You said you love the Texas bricks. Why did they pull them up? So a lot of those bricks were shifting. Oh, my email's popping up again. A lot of those bricks were shifting. It was beginning to be a major problem. I'm trying to think of the exact name. Help me out.
Green Ribbon Project.
There you go, Green Ribbon Project. So a lot of that was federal dollars to beautify that area, to help with our gateway into the city. Those bricks were rumored to be historical. They were not historical. They were probably put in 12 to 15 years ago. They are owned by TxDOT. So those were pulled and replaced with more vegetative species or plant species that can handle the heat conditions down here in Texas. So it's low maintenance and it looks a lot better down there. All right, let's see. Yes, we will post this video, Frankie.
It stays. So when we go live, all of those videos stay in our video tab on our page.
And Kay, any restaurants scheduled on north side of town in Rick Williamson and 920 area? So, there was supposed to be like a taco type restaurant over on Rick Williamson in the corner of Mineral Wells Highway as well. But I haven't heard anything about that in a while.
So I haven't heard anything either, but I did the last time I drove by, which was this last weekend. There were a bunch of stakes and ground markings out, so I'm not sure.
Okay.
We'll check on that one too as well, because that one kind of dropped off the radar because I think it stopped with some of the inspections and approval process.
Okay, perfect. If you have more questions, keep asking. This is the time. We are here live right now. Of course, you can always shoot us an email after the show. So do your rumor control thing, Nicole.
Rumor control.
I don't know what a DSW is. You're going to have to educate me.
It is a shoe store. They sell all types of shoes and bags and some other accessories. It's like a shoe heaven for most people.
DSW. What does that stand for?
Discount Shoe Warehouse, I believe.
Oh, okay, I'll go with that. So no DSW. That would be kind of cool, though.
No, you're making me look it up.
I'm making you use the Googler.
Well, I'm pretty sure I had that right, but I don't want to say it and then everyone. It's designer shoe.
Okay,
designer shoe.
Designer shoe.
My bad.
Actually, I think now that I think about it, I think I've been to a DSW. It's pretty big, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. All right, current non-residential projects. That is a fancy term for commercial projects. So this is basically a map of all of the commercial projects that are occurring in the city limits of Weatherford. So there's lots of development. I know at times when we drive around, we think, oh, there's not a lot going on right now, but actually there is. Like you could tell from this map, there's a lot of projects. And I'm sorry, that little grid is hard to read. You probably can't see that on your phone if you're on a phone right now, or your monitor for that matter, but you can get an idea of all of the commercial projects. And this next one's pretty cool. This is our residential project, so housing. And you can see there's lots of housing being developed as well. So going back to my spiel about economic development, we often get asked, why are we trying to make Weatherford become the size of Dallas or Fort Worth? We don't want to be that. The truth is growth is a naturally occurring thing. And I'll say it over and over and again. People are moving this direction. So you can see that housing is being built, which entails or which affects commercial properties being constructed. So people move here, population increases, businesses move here too because they're following where the money goes. So you're going to continue to see growth here in Weatherford. And really looking at the projections from the state, Texas is one of the largest growing states in the U.S. And so a lot of people are moving from other states to Texas. And so we're going to continue to see growth increases. All right, let's see. Looking at questions.
You had a question, Clinton. I will check on that.
Dinette, is that how? I'm not sure on that. Looks like they've torn something down over by the pilot. I'm trying to think. I don't know the answer to that question, Dinette. I'll have to drive over there. Great questions. So as always, we don't know the answer to everything, but we will sure find out for you all.
I am checking right now.
All right. Okay, any updates on paving 51 north of the courthouse and fixing the bumps from the updated water pipe? So Heather, we were talking about this earlier in the broadcast. Excuse me. So TxDOT was planning to resurface that roadway. And so before they did that, they allowed us to go in and do a water rehab project. So we replaced the old water lines and sewer lines. So as you know, we went up the middle of the roadway, and then we went up on the west side of the roadway to change out both of those lines. Now, because of weather conditions and days like today, TxDOT really can't go in and resurface that because it requires a certain temperature outside for the materials to mix properly to resurface that. But there is plans to do that. I want to say it's this month, but we'll see. It keeps getting delayed because of weather conditions, is my understanding. So that is in the works. That's a TxDOT roadway, and they are still planning to do that. So yes, I know it's very frustrating right now, but it will get done. All right. Carl, LoopNet has a proposed TxDOT Roadhouse address being in front of Candlewood Suites. I think where Candlewood is, that's on the other. No, it's going to be in front of the Coles location right there. I'm not sure what LoopNet is.
It's a new one to me.
All right. Beatrice, you asked, so when is North Main getting paved? We just talked about that, so I'll say it again. North Main is going to be repaved. TxDOT is going to resurface that because of weather conditions. It has to be a certain temperature for the materials to mix properly to resurface that roadway. So it will be done hopefully in the next couple of months. All right. Reading your comments. Non-residential developments. Can this get posted somewhere that we can look closer at this? Yeah, we could probably make a Facebook post about just like a regular.
I was going to reach out and see. I know we have a projects page on our website that we update with a lot of the major projects, and I was going to see if we couldn't put it on the website so it's at a stationary point on the website where you could check on all of the other projects that are going on around town as well.
All right, so Carl said LoopNet is a commercial real estate website. So, all right, I'm going to check that out, Carl. The information we get comes directly from our planning department that works directly with the businesses. So last update we've gotten is it's in front of that, or in that parking lot by Kohl's. And addresses are weird. It could be showing that address, but it's in that vicinity. All right.
I'm checking on Home Goods, guys.
Yeah, that's a rumor. I have not heard.
I have not heard that one yet either. So I'm asking two departments right now.
Yeah. All right, so I want to go back. Gene K made a comment about, is anyone celebrating Black History Month? So I'm going to go back to this slide right here as a reminder for everyone. So it is Black History Month in February. And this month, you can schedule a free Mount Pleasant School walkthrough. This is a great restored facility. It's a city-owned property. It's just a beautiful and awesome venue, and you get to go learn about history and, be physically in a historical site. So it's fantastic. I encourage all of you to call the Parks Department to schedule that. And you can go tour that and experience history. And if there's other events that you're planning to be a part of or leading here in Weatherford in regard to Black History Month, let us know, and we can share that as well. All right.
Heather, that is a rumor control item for us. So no in and out at this time. Same with Home Goods, guys. No, we have no contact with Home Goods at this moment.
Yeah. Okay.
Sweet.
All right. Well, I think that's all we have for today, right, Nicole?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Man, great discussion today with everyone. I've enjoyed it. Love all the questions. Where is Mount Pleasant located? So that's going to be on, I gotta get the exact address.
Do not have the address on the slides.
I'll look it up real quick. So that is 213. Yep, Raymond George Way.
113.
Or is it 113?
113. It used to be 116 Dublin.
Okay. All right. Yep, I'm verifying. Yep. No, I'm showing 213 on our website, Nicole.
Google and another part of our website says 113.
We're looking for you all.
Well, it says 213.
Yeah. I'm going to go with 213 because I found 2 city pages from the Parks Department. It says 213. But it's on the, it's
right there.
Yeah.
213 and 113 are both going to get you right there. It's a short street.
Yeah. Okay. I could bring up like Google Maps for everyone, couldn't I? All right, looking at more of your comments. Okay, Trevor, you were asking, after the east side portion, here, we can do this. We don't have to hide the whole time. There we go. How's that?
Whoa, that's just me. Yep, there we go.
That's just me. Okay, we're still here. All right, here's 2 things that Trevor is asking about. One, after the east side portion of the loop is complete, over by Centerpoint Road, is Weatherford planning to annex? And if so, 2, are they planning on zoning the area around the loop commercial? So, Trevor, the law has changed. So the last legislative session in Austin, your representatives voted to change the law. So there is no such thing as involuntary annexation. It's all voluntary annexation. So property owners would have to voluntarily be annexed into the city limits of Weatherford. We cannot uninvoluntarily annex anymore, and that's based on new state law passed through the last legislative session.
That's House Bill 347, guys.
Yeah. So I hope that answers your question, Trevor. So if you're a property owner over there, you would have to reach out to the city, at which point the city would evaluate, because when we annex, you have to look at providing, utilities to those areas. There's all types of things, public safety. Can our fire department get to you in a respectable amount of time? Same for police. But there is no such thing as involuntary annexation. All right. Karen asked, can we get a list of new developments such as stores? So the latest list that we have here is right here. That's kind of the latest and greatest of the current. Let me do this. There we go. The current list of new businesses that are either doing a remodel or are relocating or building a new location here in Weatherford. So that's your list right there, Karen. All right. And I'm seeing no more questions. I've enjoyed all the questions today. I think that's all we have for today. So
that's it.
Anyways, it was good chatting with you all. We'll be live here next week, and we will be talking about department updates, projects that our departments are doing. And then the next week, either we will not be on the air or Nicole is going to run the show. So
the next time we do economics, I'll probably end up. So since I'll be running the department by myself, unless something big pops up, I will be running the show by myself on that Tuesday. But we'll try to keep you guys updated. And as far as not having a list on the website, the reason we don't do that, the reason we just do the live show is it's easier for us to handle the rumor control this way. Yeah. And it honestly, it's just a time saver for staff to not have to go in and update that part of the website. There's so many other parts of the website we update daily. So that kind of helps us out there.
Yeah.
But I will look into getting somewhere that we can put these maps up for you guys to see them, because those change from time to time too.
Yep. And Frankie said stay safe tomorrow. So again, stay safe out there. It looks like we might have some inclement weather coming. I'll believe it when I see it. That is I don't know. The predictions are off all the time.
You know what? That's pretty much how I run my life. I wake up every day and I take it day by day with weather.
Day by day. All right. We enjoy the show. Y'all take care. We'll see you next week. 11 o'clock, we'll be live talking about department updates, which is basically projects that our department's working on. So thanks for tuning in. We'll see y'all later.
Bye.